I will say this, and I obviously respect your son's acting ability, but Batista has done an amazing job with the Knives Out movie that he was in recently. Onions, whatever it is, Glass Onion.
Onions, no, yeah, that's onions.
He did an amazing job in that, and I saw Knock at the Cabin, and I was blown away at how good he was.
It was a great movie.
Oh, excellent movie. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
What did you think of Knock at the Cabin?
Well, you know what? The storyline about we got to sacrifice somebody to save the world, and
well, who would you sacrifice, Mr. Cena? Which of your kids are you putting on a chopping block? I bet it's Brian, right?
None. I'd sacrifice myself.
But if we're not an option,
it wasn't an option. There weren't any options. That was the weirdest thing.
It was weird.
Weird story, and Bob liked that story, so I'm a little worried, Bob. But I
always wanted to be an apocalyptic cultist, so
there you go. But
it's a scary move. Can you imagine being in that situation and Batista and these clowns knock on your door and, hey, need one of y'all to off one of you?
Yep. And they're not talking like they're insane. They're just, it's crazy talk, right? But
they act
very
like they
calm.
Got some inside info on some shit.
Yeah.
Well, he's done well. His character in Guardians of the Galaxy, Drax, did a great job with that.
Yeah.
He did a zombie movie that I kind of watched. That was kind of stupid.
I only saw a little bit of that. What was the name of that one? And I'll probably check it out because I love zombie movies. Anybody know the name of the zombie movie? Because I saw like the beginning.
I watched the whole thing, and it's like I'm sitting here going, okay, that guy's going to be off. He's going. They're all going to fucking die. Pardon my friend.
Pardon your Mr. Cena. How dare you come on this show? Do we have the warning sign, Bob?
What's the name of the movie, Bob?
Oh, yeah. Army of the Dead is the name of the movie.
Army of the Dead. Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw some of it. Jazzy Jana, church-going girl, I might add. Probably a stunt, and you're probably wondering, why does Jazzy Jana watch this show? He was. I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's done good in everything I've seen him in. And
he's special. That was great.
I don't have any problem putting somebody over, whether I hated them or had problems with them or disagree. If they do good work, man, point it out. And even though he and I did not get along when he was here, and politically, I'd love to do a show with him. Charity wise, I'd love to do a show with him. But he's megabucks now. I probably can't touch him. What is your favorite movie that your son has appeared in? Because I love Suicide Squad. I howled when who was it that had the horrible beginning to the show? The Weasel.
The Weasel.
Oh my God.
No one asked if the Weasel could swim.
Did anybody ask if the Weasel could swim?
That was Gunn's. Wasn't he a relative of James Gunn, the guy that did the Weasel?
I don't know.
I know that he's coming back. The Weasels should be coming back.
Well, I hope so.
John has done a lot of movies, and I guess I like
the Marine, of course, one of his first, and he was in that TV series on the CW network. He was doing that while he was with us. John
was Manhunt.
Manhunt, and John was the only one that looked like he should be on television on that show. Even then, he looked like he was the only one that knew what he was doing.
I like it when he told the kid one time. He said, "You don't like what's happening here?" The kid started yelling and said, "If it were me, I'd shut my mouth now." Just like that. Bingo. You shut right up. So, you know what? I have all those videos. I get that on videotape.
I recorded some of them. I don't know if I have them all, but they were on the CW network.
Yep.
So John showed up here, kind of a big deal. He showed up here on national television. And The Miz showed up here off all those reality shows. But Miz came in with an attitude, and John did not. John let other people put him over, where Miz was trying to put himself over, and our crowd was not familiar with Big Brother and some of the other shows that he had been on. So, but John never, ever mentioned a word. He never promoted Manhunt. I don't think we even brought it up on the shows. I mean, I thought it would have been good, of course. Yeah, the star of Manhunt. Because that was a pretty decent show. I mean, it did pretty good.
I liked it.
I enjoyed it too. But what I noticed, and I didn't know John till the day he showed up at OVW, is that from watching the show, he's the only one on the show that really knew what he was doing. I mean, he knew how to work a camera, and he knew how to present himself in front of a camera. So I knew he was going to be just fine when he got here. And of course he was. But as far as favorite movies go, what would you say your favorite movie is? Suicide Squad would be it for me. But let's face it. Let's face it. The Weasel is a lot of the reason. He wasn't there long, and I was so thrilled when the Weasel is being revived after the credits are all done, and
he's there, right?
And there's the Weasel.
He's coming back.
We could have had the Weasel the whole movie.
He's coming back.
If somebody and who was the girl? Who was the woman? She's been big on a couple of shows on ABC. The black woman who's the leader, calling all the shots. What's her name?
I don't know. That's
she's very famous, very, very top rate actor. She had her own show on ABC for quite some time. One of these murder shows. And she's the leader of Suicide Squad, and she's the one that says, "Did anybody bother to ask if the Weasel could swim?"
Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Viola Davis is as good as they get.
Amanda Waller is the character that she plays.
If you're in a movie with Viola Davis, you're in a good movie. I'll just say that right now. And Viola did a masterful job in that movie, but when she looks with that serious face at the entire control room, did anybody bother to ask if the Weasel could swim? And everybody looks around and didn't really come out.
I enjoyed that. And you know what's funny with the Peacemaker series, I don't know if you know it or not, but the gentleman that plays his dad in that series, that was the villain in The Marine.
No, I did not know that. Damn. Yep. Didn't you tell me that your wife was a little off-put by seeing her son's butt on the show?
My ex-wife?
Yeah, your ex-wife, yeah.
My former spouse, yes. She, yeah.
Did either of you know this was going to be part of the scenery when y'all watched the show?
When that series came on, Moniz is sitting with me. We're watching the first episode, and all I can get out of her is, oh. I'm saying, all right, whatever you think. I mean, I didn't think you'd see the butt part. I didn't think you'd see the sex part.
If my son were ever in the Peacemaker and I didn't know anything about it, and I sat there and I go, I would have had Moniz's responses. I would have had the exact same response. Hadn't seen that since the diaper days.
Yeah, well, they never called me, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. Anyway.
You didn't get smartened up to it.
Call. No Weasel, no sand, no.
So I am so excited when I see the Weasel. I'm thinking that I've already determined the Weasel is going to be my favorite character in the show.
I think go online.
And the Weasel drops in the water and doesn't come up, and I'm going, oh no, there's no way that the number one character in the movie just got
killing off the Weasel.
Killing off the Weasel, I was dying.
Everybody thought he was killed off.
Well, including me. The credits are rolling. And the guy, Merle from The Walking Dead, this is the guy with the long white hair. Merle from The Walking Dead is making the call. Breaker 4-5, the Weasel's dead. Breaker 4-5, the Weasel's dead. No, Merle has to deliver that news to me.
When the movie first came out and Kennyworth watched it, he actually told a story that he sat and laughed for 15 straight minutes with the movie on pause. Every time he started to bring it back up, just the idea of the Weasel's dead. He broke out laughing again.
I laughed hysterically. I was laughing so hard I was crying about the Weasel. And then Merle making the announcement that the Weasel was dead. We're not 8 minutes into the movie. And the Weasel, I see him on the plane. I go, yeah, man, the Weasel. This is the guy. He's going to save the world.
Well, you think he drowns.
And then the opening cast, the opening Suicide Squad, they all get killed.
Could you believe that?
Nobody made it out of the opening round.
The old squad dies, the new squad's in.
Yeah. And the one I was really wanting to see, the guy from Saturday Night Live that dates all the women. Pete Davidson. Pete's in there, and I'm going, okay, we got Pete, we got the Weasel. No, we don't. No Pete, no Weasel.
Everybody's going on this trip.
And there's there's the segment with this big, because your son in Suicide Squad
was a bad guy.
And he doesn't make it through the whole movie, right?
He makes it to almost the end. But
Almost,
then
yeah, almost.
he has that gunfight with the lead, where remember the guy said, John said, "I have big bullets," and he said, "I have small bullets." And they shoot the bullets, and John gets shot in the neck, and you think he's dead.
Yeah, that's what we're led to believe. So there's a lot of cliffhangers in this because we also get a scene at the end of the movie to where John may not be dead.
Right, because what happens is they're walking down and they're going, "Can you believe it? Of all the people out there, he was supposed to be dead, but he made it." And they shoot right into that hospital room, and there he is in the bed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, did you have any clues what was going to happen in this before you watched it? Did you get any tips whatsoever?
Nope. When he was shot, I said, "Well, that's it. He's done."
Yep.
And then they come out with the Peacemaker series, which
that's
why I'm still asking myself, why hasn't it come out yet? Because everybody's crying.
I thought season 2 would be out by now. I really did.
That's up to James.
Yeah, apparently they are rebooting the DC movie universe, and what I just looked up online, they show that they're waiting till the Viola Davis film Waller. Once that's out, they expect then to do show the second season of Peacemaker.
What's the name of the Viola Davis movie?
Waller. It's the character that she plays is Waller.
I don't know that she can pull off Jerry Lawler. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's put a crown on her.
Waller, not Lawler. I thought Viola was doing.
Welcome to Dad Joke Bowling.
Well, get them
One of the best.
Anyway, so fall 2025 is the expected release date for Peacemaker 2.
When is it?
Fall of 2025, so a couple years off.
I better hope I am still around.
Okay.
We all hope that we're all still around.
We haven't had a donation in quite some time. How are we on the $150 challenge, Bob? Because I have a couple of
$35.
Yeah.
10 from Coltrane, 25 from Kevin Moore.
The challenge had not gone well. Well, here we go. We have, I thought I saw it here a minute ago. Let me look. We have a PayPal donation from Daniel Lemley. And you probably already know this donation, Bob, by heart. How much did Daniel Lemley donate?
$15.
$15. There it is. Daniel Emily, Mr. $15. And we have another donation that went to the old Cash App. And this is from DJ Jazzy Jana from Louisiana. Big fan of Rico, by the way. Big fan of the Rico. DJ Jazzy Jana from Louisiana, a $30 donation from Jazzy Jana. Thank you so much, Jazzy Jana. We appreciate it. 30, 45, so 55, 60, that's 70. We made 70 of the $150 challenge.
So far.
And it had been a bit of a dry spell there since the big $150 donation. And then, of course, he used up $250 worth of questions and then insulted John Cena's acting ability right in front of his father. Wow. I got to admire the balls for that. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have done it.
Now you'd have waited till he got off the air, and then you'd wait.
Man, but does his son suck in movies or what? That's what I'd have done. I'd have let him been gone, and hope he wasn't still watching.
John being in the Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, that's right. He is in that, isn't he?
Yeah, he plays Rebop.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I haven't got to see that whole movie yet. The preview popped up during. Oh, okay, yeah, because that's coming out soon.
August 12th, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's not much further. Yeah,
I'm trying to find the movie that he did with Jackie Chan. I don't know if they released that or not.
Here's some news for you. My Filipino fans have been writing me wanting to know if I know of this movie because apparently Sylvester Stallone dropped out of this movie, but it's not public why, and that Jackie Chan took Sylvester Stallone. I said, can you imagine being John Cena, 2000 in Louisville? And hey, John, let me tell you, a little something's going to happen. You're going to be scheduled to do a movie with Sylvester Stallone. For some reason, Stallone's going to drop out, but Jackie Chan is going to take his place and be in this movie with you. I think even with him being on Manhunt, was said, Bowling, you're full of shit. I think that's what I would have been told. But apparently this movie has been made, and the Filipinos are trying to find it to download it. Oh, and the other thing, I don't know if you know this or not, but in the Philippines, John Cena doesn't only die in Suicide Squad. John Cena dies every month. You know why?
Hidden Strike, right? Is that movie?
Hidden Strike's the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, every month in the Philippines, somebody puts out that John Cena has died. This has been going on since 2012 because my ex girlfriend would write me, Daddy Bear, is John Cena dead? I said, not that I heard of today. Why? Well, it's all over Facebook. John Cena's dead. Every month, somebody puts out John Cena's dead. And the reason they do it, it gets more clicks than anything they put out. If they put that out, it draws attention to their Facebook page.
Wow.
And it still goes on to this day. But
Wow.
it was Vanessa that wrote me wanting to know. She says, and she misspelled Jackie Chan, so I wasn't sure what she was trying to tell me. And then okay, she must mean Jackie Chan. So she's trying to find the movie to download it. She wants to watch it. So do you know much of anything about this movie and when we might be or where we can see this movie?
This is the one he did when he went to China to film. He filmed with China.
Yeah, okay. Well, that would make sense. Yeah.
6 months. 6 months. And I heard that they weren't going to release it. Then I read, and I don't know how true it is.
Why would you not?
That Netflix was going to pick it up.
Yeah. Well, why would you not release a movie with Jackie Chan and John Cena?
There was something the Chinese government or whatever wasn't going to let the movie be released.
Well, I could see that. I could see that.
So,
you know, everything's political anymore.
Yeah. Why, I don't know. They said that's what I heard. So it wasn't going to be released to the theaters. I was waiting for this movie because he's 6 months in China. And then he said, I don't think you're going to see it. So
apparently Donald's wife told him to, being as we've broken it, Donald's wife apparently said, shut the fuck up and don't say such a thing. And he did not listen to his wife. So at least the wife had the good common decency, good common sense to say, Donald, don't do something so stupid. But he did it anyway.
The movie I want to see is Coyote versus Acme, where John plays the the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote. Every Acme product that.
Well, wait a minute. You're dropping something else on me again. What?
So the premise of the movie is that the Coyote, who of course has been using Acme products for years,
he's big promoting. I don't know why
work for him.
Those Acme products have not proven to be that good.
Well, based on that history, he sues the Acme company.
He should. I'm with him.
John plays the CEO of the Acme company that Wile E. Coyote has.
For me, wouldn't John Cena be the CEO of Acme being sued?
Are you serious?
Putting out.
Yes, I'm serious.
When is it coming out?
It's in post production right now. Should be out probably a winter 2023 release. So probably fall December.
What's the name of the movie going to be, or do we know?
Coyote versus Acme.